My name is Jasmine McKinney, and I'm here on behalf of Torchio Feaster and Rosalind Feaster to bring us into this day, this exciting occasion. I'm just fired up to be here.
One who was born and raised in this church and in this community. A young man who has served in many capacities and is currently on our steward board. What a blessing it is to have someone like Brother Torchio.
They hate that I'm hard to cover and that my spine is solid while theirs reads fiction. There's a lot of history is made up of misery and hard work. Work is nothing new to me.
We're here for Torchio, but I thought about something that before I met Torchio, I knew the tree from whence he comes, the Feaster tree. When I met him, I was impressed with his intellect. I was impressed with how much he wanted to make a difference in our community. I'm proud of this young man. I'm proud of his capacity, his intellect, his ability, his judgment. But maybe most of all, I'm proud of the fact that he's a servant.
So I want to take a moment here. I know when I first met Torchio, we are in the NAACP together and 1,000 other groups together, and we serve on a lot of committees and different things. And when I first met him, I remember thinking, wow, this is someone who's showing up every day to see change in our community.
So I'm going to tell you all a little bit about who our family is and why we do the things that we do, okay? So my family, on my mother's side is from Meridian, Mississippi. My father's side is from Warren, Arkansas. And my aunts and uncles and my parents were both raised in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s in the rural South when they dealt with racism, segregation, and all kinds of inequality. They dealt with that and they fought through that. And they realized that there was an opportunity for them to be successful and to achieve. And both of my family figured that out and decided they were going to do that by joining the Great Migration and by moving north to the booming industrial town of Flint, Michigan, to a place that had jobs, more opportunity, more equality. They knew that here in Flint, their children, my cousins, could be anything we wanted to be. You might know my cousin Rodney. He was a dentist here in Flint. You may know my cousin Bruce. He was an attorney here in Flint and in Detroit. You may know my cousin Grace. She was a professor of culinary arts at Mount Community College. So we did great things in the city through the generations. And they instilled in me that want and that desire to make an impact in this city. And so for the past 14 years, that's what I've been doing. Whether it was with the NAACP as legal redress chair, with the Urban League of Flint as a board member, with the Mallory Van Dyne Scott Black Lawyers being the president. I've worked hard to make a difference in this community. I've worked hard to work with our youth, whether that be from being a mock trial coach at Northern and at Northwestern, or working with my clients who run into tough times and need someone to help guide them and point them in the right directions. I've worked hard to make sure that I tried to help the people in this community and uplift this community and restore it to what it was when it was great for my parents and my family. I know that as a judge, there are certain things that I can do. I know that we need to work on the expungement laws in this state. We have 47,000 people in this city with felonies on their record. You can't get jobs and you can't be successful easily with felonies on your record. We need to work on the bond conditions. Nowadays, we have a cash bond system where people can't get out of jail while awaiting trial. And if you read the news, someone was in jail for 5 years recently, waiting for trial, and was ultimately exonerated. Those type of things are ridiculous, and I think that as a judge, I can make that impact. So now I'm going to try to do something that someone like me doesn't normally do. You don't normally have many people who run for this office whose parents grew up in the South picking cotton. You don't have people who get this kind of position whose names are torso. But that's what I'm trying to do. My family has come from slavery to sharecropping to factory workers to me. I know it will be a fight, but I'm ready for that fight. And I'm ready to take that next step to try to become something that can make a huge difference in this community. So without further ado, I am thankful to have my family here so that I can announce that I am going to attempt to succeed the Honorable Judge Nathaniel Perry and become the City of Flint's next 67th District Court Judge.